Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's just dive right into it. What do you feel you need the most help with? Let's drill.
Yeah, so it's mainly well, not mainly, but there's a few things really. It's the cost of inaction that I feel is not landing properly for me. And then, of course, when I go through the whole thing, it just feels like it's still very surface level, or maybe I just feel a little uncomfortable asking those questions and I'm not getting the right emotions from.
Yeah, maybe because you don't have the right understanding of why we're asking that and how to ask it or how to ask that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I
I'm going
think
to
so.
tell you what's the psychology behind it.
Okay.
Okay, so the psychology behind it is very simple. To put someone in the best position possible to succeed, they need to have a North Star and a burning building, both things. They need to have a North Star and a lion. However you want to say this. Humans are more motivated by pain than what they are by pleasure.
Yeah.
That's it's proven. It's like it's science. Like people will do like the brain, there's something that kicks in when you feel in danger that it doesn't matter. Just put your body and just focus on giving you all the energy you need, even if you barely can walk, so that you can just walk and run away. Right? It doesn't do that when you are highly motivated. So people are always going to be more driven by what they are running away from compared to what they're running towards. It's the nature of the human. So we want to identify what are they running away from, because we know that's the strongest lever that we have. That's why the consequence is the most important part, right? So that's the psychology. It's like I need to understand your North Star and your burning building. And if you don't have a burning building, then I am concerned. I'm not sure if I want you in, because I know the people that have a North Star in a burning building, they're gonna have the highest chances of succeeding. And I don't want to damage my client success ratio. I don't want to hurt my success rate, my client success rate. So what do? I just only put people in that they have a burning building and a North Star.
Okay.
And everybody has a burning building, brother. Everybody.
Yeah. So when you ask so if you stay in the same, if you stay in the same situation now, in the next couple of years or so, like what happens then? And they're like, well, I'll try and find out another opportunity vehicle.
That's not
Right.
the question. Like they are answering the wrong question, because either we didn't do a good job on delivery, or maybe we did but they didn't understood the question, which can happen. It can happen. You can do a great job and they don't get the question, so you have to rephrase the question. You have to apologize. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase the question. It's like that's how I take it. It's like, oh, I was not referring to that. My bad. Let me just rephrase the question. Let me rephrase the question from a different angle. Let me say in a different way. Or let me share with you this perspective so that we can have more clarity on the question. Okay, it's just that it's like you didn't get the question. Let me just redo it again. That's what I would say.
Hmm.
One of the things that are gonna help you land this question better is give context on why you're asking the question. So let's
Yeah.
role play. Okay, let's role play. We were in solution awareness. We just build all this dream, all this vision, all this pleasure, and now I'm gonna go into consequence. Look how I do it.
Hmm.
Okay, got it, Brian. Okay, that makes total sense. You know what? You have a great vision, man. You have detail. You know exactly what you want, and that is good, because that's gonna determine, or that's gonna give you the fuel that's required to overcome the obstacles along the way. When you commit to achieving that vision, you're gonna, it's not gonna be all flowers and roses. So these reasons that you have and the things that you want to achieve are gonna act as fuel to overcome the obstacles. You with me? Now, there is another place that gives you way more fuel, tells you exactly what moves you, what ticks, what makes you tick in that sense. And that place is stronger than the vision. And it comes from exploring, Brian. What happens if we don't do anything about your situation? Everything stays the same. You keep working as a mechanic for another 4 years and nothing changes.
Okay.
What happens then?
Got it. So sometimes I have to rephrase saying, I mean, you could still, it doesn't have to be appointment setting. I mean, like if you stay in the same position, like how would that feel? And then they kind of get it. And then I'll go to
It's not even like, it's not even how would that feel? That's not what I'm looking for. We're looking for literally what are the negative consequences or negative ramifications of staying in the exact same situation or worse for the next 2 to 3 years. That's really what I want to get, but I can just not I can not throw that immediately. Well, you could actually. I've done it myself, but it's better if you go, what happens if nothing changes? They go, oh, nothing changes, nothing changes. Like everything will stay the same. I see. But what are the negative ramifications? Like, what are the negative consequences of everything stays the same? Oh, there wouldn't be negative consequences. There wouldn't be negative ramifications. What are you talking about? Well, if there are not negative consequences, if there are not catastrophic consequences or negative ramifications, then that's a little bit of a concern to me, because then you are in disadvantage between the ones that have something that they're running away from, right? They have more reasons for you to be successful. They're going to have higher success potential. Like, picture this. Imagine a guy running towards a building because he's going to receive an award in the office. He's running, he's getting late, but he's going to be granted with an award. Now, imagine someone, instead of going into a building, running out of a burning building with his son in his hands, and the burning is about to explode. Those guys are running, right? But those are two different types of runs. The intensity is different, right? The urge is different. So I know what's your award, what's your office. We've covered what's your award building. We've covered that. But what is your burning building? What are you running away from?
Okay. So yeah, now that I get that, and then when you ask for the goals, sometimes they're very surface level, and I feel like, oh yeah, travel, and then they'll stop there, and I'll go, oh, but why is that? And it's like, yeah, I just haven't and then is there anything else, or? And then they'll be like, yeah, I mean, provide for my family. And
let's role play.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian. So let's say that you found it. Okay, you found a way, one way or another, and now you are an appointment setter. You're making $8,000 per month consistently. Okay, you're working from home, and every month you would see $8,000 hitting your bank account consistently. So what would you do with that kind of money? Besides being able to leave your job, besides not having to rely on a 9 to 5, what would that kind of money, do for you?
Yeah, I would invest in myself. I would invest in like a new business.
Okay. What else would you do with that kind of money coming in?
Travel.
Travel? Is travel important to you?
Yeah, I want to go out a little bit. Yeah.
Why is that important to you?
Yeah, just I mean, I've been working been in the same place. So I just want to go out a little bit.
Okay. And where would you go? What would be the first place you will visit?
Yeah, there's quite a few really.
Well, what was the first one you will go?
Like Spain.
Why Spain?
Yeah, just weather.
You don't like the weather you have?
No, not really. It's just gloomy here.
Okay, so then what are you thinking about? Something like mountains, or more sort of like summer vibe, beach?
Yeah, just down by the sea. Yeah.
Okay, got it. What else? What else would you do with that kind of money coming in?
I think that's it, really. Yeah.
Okay, so you're reinvesting in yourself and businesses, and then just having the ability to travel.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were able to do those things, would your life be a whole lot different compared to what it is right now?
I mean, yeah, because I can travel a bit more, so that'd be nice.
In what way would be different for you personally?
Just the ability to have options, really.
Have options?
Yeah, just not being in the same place all the time, and like growing as a person, building different sort of side hustles, things like that.
Got it. So not being stuck at the same time, have options. That to me sounds like living a life of freedom. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, say that.
Where you can just decide what to do, where to go, where to travel.
Yeah.
Is that important to you?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Is there any other non-monetary goal that you will be able to do at $8,000 per month that maybe you cannot do now?
That's all I can think of right now, to be honest.
Okay, so you pretty much got everything. The only thing, like, based on what you're saying, you're pretty much satisfied with everything you got. The only thing is just being able to keep reinvesting in yourself and being able to travel.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And if you were able to achieve those things, you were able to achieve that lifestyle where you're making $8,000 per month, you travel, you're in Barcelona in the beach, you can, manage your own schedule, you're investing in yourself. Maybe you're just having, masterminds or networking events in Spain and something like that. What would that mean about you at that point? What would that mean about the person you've become?
Yeah, just feeling like I've sort of made it. Like,
In what way though? What does that mean? Made it for you.
yeah, just being able to travel more. So
But what would that say about you and the person you've been able to become? Because now you got into that next level.
it would feel good. Yeah.
But what would that mean about you and who you've become?
I feel fulfilled.
In what way?
Just being able to, I suppose, like I said, have the options and, growing as a person. That's what's important for me. Yeah.
I think I got a lot of good stuff from you.
Okay. And then how would you transition that to COI? Because it doesn't feel like there's a lot there.
Yeah, no, it is like the guy wants to travel. I paint the picture. You're in Barcelona, in the beach, managing your schedule. You want to make more money to reinvest. Maybe you can go there. Like, what would you reinvest into? Oh, real estate. Why real estate? Oh, because it's important to me. Because, oh, okay, gotcha. So, do you see yourself as a real estate investor in the future? Yeah. Oh, blah. What would that mean? And what would that mean about you? That's a good question. If you were to do those things, what would that mean about who you've become? That would mean that, I pursued my dreams, that I did this, that I was right. What would that mean about you? What would that do for you? What would that mean to you? One thing is that what would that mean about you? Another one is that what would that mean to you? You being in that place.
How would you transition now to
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go, okay, that makes sense, man. You have a pretty well thought out vision. Like it's clear to me where you're going. Okay. You just that's how you wrap it up. Okay. Okay, got it. We can say, thank you so much for sharing. It sounds like you have a great vision. Boom. That's it. You go, and you know what? That is good because the journey to get there is going to be full with obstacles, right? And these reasons and having such a clear vision is going to be your fuel that's going to allow you to overcome the obstacles. Like no reasons, no vision, no reason, no like low likelihood to overcome the obstacles in the way. You with me, Brian? Yeah, I'm with you. Now, that being said, though, that's a good, but there is another place that is way more powerful. That is just like, it just give you in tons and tons of fuel, really reveals to you what truly makes you tick, what truly moves you. And in that place, and it comes, and you discover this by exploring, by considering what happens if you don't do anything about your situation. You don't decide to keep progressing. You stay where you're at. Nothing changes for the next 2 to 3 years. You're still where you're at, or worst, what happens? Oh, wow.
I mean, I'd find another opportunity vehicle.
Oh, we're not talking about opportunity vehicles. We're talking about what happens if progress doesn't happen, if progress is not an option for you. I know it is. That's why you're on this call. But let's say that you were to decide for any weird reason that you're going to continue experiencing the exact same life that you've gotten so far, and everything stays the same for the next 2 to 3 years. What will be, Brian, the negative consequences if that were to happen?
Just terrible, really.
In what way, though?
Yeah, just being in the same place, just stuck.
So stagnation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what they say, like, right? Like humans are like plants. If we're not growing, we are
stagnant.
Dying.
Dying.
So is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. What else comes to mind? What in any other negative consequence or negative ramification could occur if 2 to 3 years you are in the exact same position?
Just unfulfilled, really. Yeah, just, like I'm going to hit my 30s and still haven't done the things that I want to do, have more options, financial freedom, that stuff. So.
Got it. For me, one of the biggest ones, that's something you can do. You can say, for me,
yeah.
One of the biggest ones, what was regret. That's one of my biggest values. Like everything I do it from the perspective, when I look back, I want to be proud of what I did. Is that something that resonates with you, or?
Yeah.
So regret is also it will be kind of like a negative ramification, like you having to just look back and say, hey, I could have done more, I could have give more, I could have, and we will never know because we didn't do that, right? That's huge for me. Okay, now so we have regret, we have I will be feeling unfulfilled, stuck. What else would be something, Brian, that you could use as fuel?
That's it.
That's it. You told me that you wanted to have a family, right? That one of the main goals is potentially eventually, once you have the lifestyle, once you have the money, is building a family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there, everything stays the same over the next 2 to 3 years? Would that situation have an impact on your ability to build the family you want?
Yeah, I mean, just not going to be able to provide if that's the case. Yeah.
Okay, so could that be another fuel, another reason that we could use as fuel? Like every time that we stay stuck, we don't move forward, we're saying no to having the family that we want.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. You tell me. It's just like these are your reasons, not mine.
Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's great because it sounds like you have things, that you're running away from. Sounds like you have burning buildings, as we call it, and that really puts you in the best position to succeed. Because when it's tough, when it's difficult, now you can just go back to why am I doing this? It's not because I want this. It's also because what's going to happen if I don't keep moving forward. What is the alternative, right? These are the alternatives: regret, unfulfillment, not building the family that I want. You with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that helpful?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Boom. And then now you go with why now? Blah, blah, blah.
So, and then you would go, yeah, so why now is the time for you to make this change and not in 3 to 6 months?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, so it's time to make that change possibly, or?
Yeah. Yeah. So then what I'm hearing is that you now are in a position where you're ready to draw the line in the sand and commit to that vision. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Okay. That makes sense, man. So look, like, first of all, thank you so much for sharing everything with me. I know sometimes it can get a little bit personal, but it's important for me to understand where you're at, where do you want to be, and why do you want to get there? That's very important to me. So I appreciate you for sharing. Now, based on what you've told me, Brian, I would say remote setting could definitely work for you. There's multiple reasons. One of the main ones is that freedom that you were talking about, being able to be in Barcelona, being able to be in Sevilla if you want. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't take you from making the amount of money you want, and the income potential is there. So from here, we could do it. There's different ways we can do it. I can walk you through the entire process A to C, and you can ask me questions along the way. Or if you have anything that is very important you want to ask me first, we can go through that first, then we cover the process. I mean, totally up to you.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, that's really helpful because I feel like I feel like it's weak. And then I start to go into my version of it anyway. And so now that I have a bit of context to actually paint the picture in their head and drawing that line in the sand, I feel like that's really a game changer at some point. The other thing would be, when you have the notes from close, right, from triages, I feel like I look at them and I go, I've got the North Star. Once I have the North Star, do I probe more into what else could be
No, just confirm the North Star. Just confirm it. So basically what Kendall told me, that is one of the main reasons that prompted you to consider transitioning into employment setting, was escaping the 9 to 5, or was because you want to become independent and being your own boss. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, got it. She told me that right now you're working as a mechanic. You've been doing that for 4 years or so. And what I want you to envision, this is how you do the intro. You touch the North Star, you go into situation, and then directly you land in problem. I want you to start the intro and to finish in problem, because when you finish in problem and you land in problem, now you're in problem awareness. Right? So she told me that you're working as a mechanic. You've been doing that for 4 years. And she told me that it's like long hours, double shift. You have a lot of hours that you have to commute. I think she mentioned monotony, I believe. And maybe she didn't mention that. Maybe she didn't even mention that, but you just put it there. If she said, no, I didn't say monotony. Oh, sorry. So then I confused. So what's the worst part about it? That's it. Now you are in problem awareness. What don't you like about it? What's the worst part about it?
And what if they say, oh, this is not really, I mean, it's just this, this came up, and then just seeing if this is the right thing, blah, blah, blah.
but they're not gonna say that when you land that way. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, look, let's just role play. Okay,
Right.
so basically what Kendall told me, like based on what the conversation with Kendall, number one, she told me that the main reason that prompted you to considering transitioning into appointment setting was the fact that you want to escape the 9 to 5. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you're not gonna be in a grocery store forever. Makes sense. Okay. And then she told me that you've been in the grocery store for 3 years. 3 years? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. She told me that it was like double shift, that sometimes that a lot of times you will have to double shift and you normally have days off on weekends, but they can call you on any time. So therefore it's not always days off on weekends. So yeah, I remember that. I think she mentioned that was a little bit frustrating.
Can I share this with you, Paolo? Yeah. How
Yeah.
would you do this, just as an example? Because I pulled this out from close anyway.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Let me just use this. What do we got? Okay, so we got Natasha college. Oh, hold on. Natasha college student to learn more skills so she can earn students which pro student business. Okay, so in situation and problems, there's no problems. Natasha is studying business analyst 1 year program. There's no problem here. Okay, so it's your responsibility. This is what I want you to do, closers, is I want you to learn to teach the triagers on how to write notes for you.
Okay, because that's what I feel like. I'm going in sometimes blind because I'm like, there's not in here, and then
yeah. So let's cover this in the meeting first thing first today, okay? Right. In the announcements for the triagers. Please remind me this if I don't cover that. Well, you know, let me just write it down here so I don't forget. So you don't have to remind me. Better note taking triagers, okay? But let's say we got what we got, right? It's our responsibilities. Let me just keep reading. She looked into Amazon, but not too seriously. Mentoring position. Mentors have what experience and guidance. Goal 5K. He could possibly mark. Okay, so really, what do we got here? That's why I want you to have time before your next call so that you can think. Natasha is a college student, wants to learn remote skills, blah, blah, blah. She's not working, right? So she's studying. She's studying. Yeah. So then this is how I would do this. Okay, Natasha. So basically what Tato told me is that one of the main reasons that prompted you to consider remote setting is, hold on, let me think. Learn skills so she can continue her study. No, it's just that this is very bad. Like, I don't even have a good North Star. I don't even have a good North Star. So then what I would do, like, bro, like if you have this kind of note taking, then you just got to take responsibility and you just got to do the work yourself. It's
that's what I feel like I'm doing for the. It's very similar, by the way.
Yeah, it's what it is, right? But now we're gonna have a meeting today with the triagers so they can do a better job. No worries. But here is like, yeah. So she told me a little bit about your situation that you wanted to make more money, right? Yeah. So what do you want to make more money for? What's the ultimate goal? Now I have to do the North Star myself. What's the ultimate goal? What are we going? What's the mission? Yeah, no, I'm just studying. You know, I just wanna have an extra income source. Okay, so really the goal is to keep studying and just to make like what 1 or 2K working 2 hours a day. So that's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea. Got it. Okay, so you're not really looking to transition into something full time or anything like that. No, not really. Okay, so really what I'm hearing is that you're looking for something part time that can just give you 1 or 2K. Yes. All right. So I don't think we can help you, because what we do is we help people transition, do a career transition. People that want to eventually become an appointment setter and make, $6,000 to $8,000 per month. And then she would say, oh no, like if I can make $6,000 to $8,000 per month, then of course I will take it. So then, okay, so would you take it? Yeah, I would take it. Okay, but so then what's the goal then? Is to make $8,000 per month, or do you want to keep studying? Oh, like that's, I don't know. My parents want me to study, but I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to learn skills so that I can have my own business. I'm studying business analysis right now. Oh, okay. So really the goal is you to become an entrepreneur. Yeah. Okay. No, then your line of thinking, Natasha, well, it's good. Like if I want to become an entrepreneur and I learn entrepreneurial skills, I will eventually become an entrepreneur. Okay. So then if you were to find an opportunity that allows you to make $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 per month, if you were to dedicate yourself to it, is that something that you will find alignment with or fulfillment with? Oh yeah, totally. Even if that means that you have to put aside studies because you're making $8,000, and then next things you can make 15 and 20K and become an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I never thought about it. Well, that's what we do. We just provide clarity. So think about it. Like you want to become an entrepreneur, you start a venture, starts to work, 5K, 6K, 8K, and you see more potential. Now you have to decide your venture or keep studying how to build a venture.
Yeah.
What do you think? No, I would just go with my venture. Okay, so then what I'm hearing is that you want to become an entrepreneur. That's your goal. Yes, now I have a tangible North Star, super well worked out. Right? Boom. If you don't have it, bro, you just need to start in the North Star.
Yeah, yeah. And then pain, like sometimes I go through pain, and then for some of the prospects I speak to, it's like, yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's not like I don't like my job. It's all right. I mean, I'm just looking for this extra thing that I found online.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Do you remember the Two Truths sequence? Do you like what you do for a living? Right?
Yeah.
If they say no, it's just like, I like my job. It's fine. Okay, cool. So what would you change if you could about it? Is anything that you would change about how your job is designed or the results you're getting from your job? Yeah, the income I would change. How do you mean about the income? Yeah, I would just want to make more. Like I cannot make $8,000 from my job. Okay, so there's definitely like an income gap, an income ceiling. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. What else is a constraint? Because like that's the thing. When you have the North Star, you can position the North Star against the situation. So if the North Star is, I want to live a life of freedom and financially free stress, right? Now my question in my brain is going to be, tell me why with the current vehicle you have right now, which is your job, you cannot get there. You cannot achieve a life of freedom and financial free stress. That's what creates the problem. You give me a North Star, and then I ask you, what do you do for a living? You tell me I'm a mechanic. And then I ask in my mind, okay, so you as a mechanic, can you get to where you want to be? No. Why? Oh, because there's an income ceiling, because I don't really like what I do, because I don't have control of my time. And part of my vision and part of my North Star is to having control of my time. You see?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I would do. If that's why you need, the first thing you need is the North Star, because then it's like, I want more time to spend with my kids, and I want to make more money and live a better lifestyle. Okay. So you're working in a pharmacy right now. Yes. And you've been doing that for 3 years, I believe Kendall told me. Yeah. Okay. So of course, like, I understand, like, that's a 9 to 5. With a 9 to 5, you're not going to reach your income goals, but I just don't want to assume anything. Would you say, is there an income gap there of all the amount of money you can? Now I'm assuming because I know, bro, like I know, right? So then she's going to say, yeah, definitely. Okay. So number one, there's an income ceiling. Like, even if you put more hours, this vehicle, the pharmacy, is just going to stop you from achieving that vision. Correct? Yes. Okay. What else don't you like about it? No, there's nothing else. Like, I really like what I do. It's just like, it's not enough. Okay, so you enjoy, the actual labor that you do there. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that you would change if you could? Like, if you had a magic wand besides the pay, right? Anything else that you would change? No, not really. Okay, so let's say that I have a magic wand. Boom, I give you a $10,000 monthly salary. Would you still be fulfilling your dreams in the pharmacy? Nah, not really. Okay, why not? Because it's just like, I don't have my full time. I don't control my schedule there. Oh, okay. So it's not only the money, it's also the fact that you don't control your schedule. Yeah, exactly. Got it. Okay. Anything else that comes to mind? No. Okay. So let's say now that I have a magic wand again, I give you $10,000 of salary and I allow you to work part-time. Would you still be fulfilling your dreams? I don't know. Like, do you see, with that condition, would you work in the pharmacy for the rest of your life? No. Okay. Yeah. So why not? Because I didn't come to this world to work in a pharmacy for the entirety of my life. Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, okay.
Use the magic wand. Let's say I give you a $10,000 salary. Would you use these words? Would you still be fulfilling your dreams there? Would you still be fulfilling your dreams there? And say no. Why not? Because of the schedule. And if you sense there's more pain, you go, okay, now I give you magic one. I give you the part-time and I give you a $10,000 salary. Would you work in the pharmacy for the rest of your life? Right? And if they say yes, if they say, yeah, in that case, yeah, I will just work in the pharmacy for the entirety of my life. Okay, like, cool. That's great, because now that tell us that you're super passionate about that industry. Right? Yeah. So have you thought, and now I'm trying to put her in a position where she has to sell me out of that 9 to 5. And how I'm going to do that? I want to ask you, have you thought about how can you maintain it? How can you maintain working in the pharmacy without working so many hours and having a higher potential? Maybe just being a pharmacy manager. Is that an option for you? Yeah. Yeah, that could be an option for me. I never thought about it. Because if you love the pharmacy so much, why would you do something completely different, like potentially appointment setting? Why not just becoming that manager there, or maybe even in the future owning a pharmacy for yourself? And you might say, bro, like it seems like you're just unselling them. It seems like you are putting them away from appointment setting, right? But it's like, no, dude, I'm not trying to create desire out of thin air. I'm just here to solve problems. And if there are no problems I can solve with my solution, why should I sell you my solution? If you're not sick, why should I sell you a pill? If you're not sick, I'm not going to sell you a pill. Someone hops on. I have an agency on the side. I'm making $3,000 per month. Guess what I'm going to do? Well, okay, so why don't you just put all your chips on that vehicle? Like, you're making $3,000 per month. Like, why just learning something completely different? Now I create a conversation where you have to sell me on why appointment setting. You have to sell me. And if you don't tell me any statement that is convincing enough, I'm gonna be skeptical. I'm gonna say, yeah. Like, for example, why appointment setting instead of any other way of making money online? Oh, because you can do it remote and you can make more money than a 9 to 5. Yeah, but you also could do that with a faceless YouTube channel. You could also do that with an Amazon FBA store. You could also do that being an online fitness coach. So why appointment setting specifically? You see, like, you have to have a convincing argument for me to understand why this aligns with possibly what you're looking for. I don't know. I never thought about it. Okay, no worries. Think about it. What do you think? I don't know. I like social media. I like communication. I'm good in social media. I enjoy I would see myself just handling an inbox, a DM of an influencer. I think I'm really good at it. I type very fast. So I feel comfortable in that. Got it. Okay. Okay. You see, now that is a more, thoughtful response. I like social media. I like talking to people. I feel comfortable in a text environment. Okay. Now you can say, okay, that makes sense. Or you can say, okay, now I can connect the dots why you might be possibly looking for something like this. I can connect the dots, right? So that's kind of like how I would do it.
Yeah, that's great. I feel like this is where the somewhat disconnect happens, and then I'm going upstream in the objection handling because of this, like, very weak, very surface level things going on in the discovery, because I'm just trying to rush it. I'm trying to rush it, but I feel like triages must have done this, so I don't need to go fully in, right? So but then when I look at the notes, it's like, I mean, there's not a lot, there's not very solid things
answers.
Yeah, because like what you told us, like, it's in the discovery where the sale is made. So I feel like when not that they're doing a bad job, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like I have to now do that, and then it makes the call a little bit longer than I usually would want to.
Yeah.
When I feel like does that make sense? So
yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. I'm with you, brother, 100%. So they need to do a better job, and they need to do a better job. Put in the notes.
Yeah. So now the usual sort of thing for me is the temp check now, and then the objection handling. So what I'd usually get, even though I went through that whole thing, is like, I mean, I'm just exploring my options. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, this could be the thing for me. I'm not sure. I haven't joined the program.
Yeah, no worries. Like, if you lost the keys of your car and you found them, would you still looking? No, right? No. Because you already found it. You already found what you're looking for. So do you know what you're looking for? That's the first thing.
And then, well, I've tried programs before, and like, honestly, I don't know if this is gonna be similar or, just
But
not
what?
sure.
But
May
do
have,
you know? But do you know what you're looking for, as far as a vehicle to get to your goals, and as far as the support? Like, do you know what you're looking for, or not really?
yeah. So I just want to be able to sort of like earn extra 5K a month, and yeah, I've tried
No,
out as an FBA and like,
no,
didn't work.
no. Sorry, Brian. My bad. Let me
Yeah,
just rephrase the
yeah,
question.
yeah, sure.
So what I mean is, like, do you know what you're looking for in terms of a vehicle that can get you to your goals, which is what we've covered, having that type of lifestyle, making that amount of money. A vehicle. There's multiple vehicles. Amazon FBA, YouTube automation, appointment setting, become a coder, and just write lines of code. Right? That's number one. Do you know what you're looking for as far as a vehicle? That's number one. Role
Yeah.
play with me. Role play with me. Do you know what you're looking for? Because if you don't know what you're looking for, how are you going to ever make the decision of pursuing that once is in front of you? Would you be able to find the keys if you don't know what keys are you looking for?
Yeah, I just want to make an extra 5K a month really, so I can leave my job. So
Yeah, but everybody wants to do that, and it's not also the what you want to make, it's the how. Would you make an extra $5,000 if all you have to do is clean shit of cows? Maybe yes, but maybe no, because you hate it. So the how is important.
yeah, it's just being able to work remote really. I mean, that's
Why don't you work as a VA and you just do administrative tasks? You see, it's like you need to really find out what are you looking for and what is the right vehicle for you, Brian. Because if you don't know what's the right vehicle for you, and this is never going to happen if you cover vehicle education, vehicle positioning properly, okay? If you cover vehicle positioning and discovery, why appointment setting, you get good answers, you're not going to get this. This is only happening because you're not getting good answers when you are asking them why appointment setting instead of any other way of making money online. That's how you prevent this thing from popping up, by you asking why appointment setting. Oh, because this, and those are actually good answers. So then when you do the temp check, do you feel that this is it? Do you feel that this is the vehicle that can get you from where you are to where you want to be? How do you feel? Yes, totally. Right? Because we've already laid that ground in discovery.
yeah. Okay. So if you do the temp check and then you go, and then they say, yeah, I think so. I think this will work. And then you go, I mean, is it that? I mean, you don't sound too sure what's coming up for you. So, I mean, I've tried out the programs before and, it didn't really work out. So I feel like this is, yeah. Like
have you been in a relationship before?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many relationships have you been in?
Like 4.
When you had the first bad relationship, did you stop looking for another relationship?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because, I mean, it's got to be the right person at some point, right?
Yeah, because you're not going to allow one bad relationship to prevent you from finding the love of your life.
Yeah.
Well, this is the same. Are you going to allow one bad experience to prevent you from finding amazing people that can just help you, inspire you, get you to the next level of standards in your life? Don't allow your past to burn you twice. The first time when it did, and the second time when it prevents you from a great opportunity.
Yeah, but I feel like I just need to try it first before making the decision. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So
yeah, I'm with you. Do you know how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
When you attempted to learn how to ride a bike for the first time, did you have the previous experience of riding a bike?
No.
No, right? You didn't have the previous experience, but for some reason, you had an idea and some sort of certainty that you will be able to learn how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
But did you have any evidence of your potential and capabilities?
No.
No, right? When you engage seriously with someone on a relationship for the first time, did you have any experience of how that relationship would look like? Did you have any evidence on how you engage with someone living in the same apartment would look like? Any evidence if you never done it in the first time?
No.
But you still do it. You still did it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's impossible to know, Brian, before you what? Before you try it. That's what happened when you learn how to ride a bike. That's what happened with your first relationship. You didn't know where you were getting into, but there was a part of you that told you this is the right move. This is the right thing. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, and guess what? I don't have a magic crystal ball that's gonna tell you this is gonna work, this is not gonna work. And the thing is, that's not relevant, because when you try riding the bike, did you get it at the first time or did you fall?
Yeah, fall.
And what did you do? Did you allow falling just to prevent you from learning how to ride a bike, or you tried that again?
Yeah, I tried again, obviously, yeah.
Okay, so if you're willing to not give up and willing to learn from your mistakes, how are you not gonna make progress?
Yeah, I just need time to think about it, really.
Yeah, like you've been thinking about it for 4 months. You mentioned that you've been thinking about making a change for the last 4 months, right? So the first thing for us, and I mean, like, by any means, you can think about it. Like, you can take 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, whatever you want. Like, this is your goal, is your vision, has nothing to do with me. I'm gonna keep working with people tomorrow, helping them move forward. But the first thing always, and this is very important for us, is alignment. So is this the vehicle for you? Based on what we've covered, based on what appointment setting entails, is this the springboard that's going to get you out of your 9 to 5? How do you feel?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, because, I mean, it shows in testimonials, right? Like, it's possible.
Okay. So what's the hesitation about yourself? Like, do you feel if it's possible for others, do you feel it's possible for you? You sure? Do you believe that with this kind of accountability and with this proven process, you can be successful? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you believe that about yourself?
Yeah, just the one-on-one accountability, and of course, you know, the guys, the help that you guys give. Like,
okay. All right, that's good. But there's one more question you need to answer yourself, and I cannot answer this for you. Okay, so we know it's possible, it's feasible. We're not just trying to be astronauts. We're just trying to learn one skill. It's feasible. You have this feeling that you know is possible for you, which I genuinely believe. I believe you can do it. You have the potential. You have the right drivers. We talked about it. But there's like this question. I cannot answer this third question for you. And is it worth it putting yourself outside of the comfort zone, going through obstacles, challenges, and discomfort if all you got at the other end is the life that you exactly want?
Yeah.
Is it worth it to become the father you want, to build the family you want, like stepping outside your comfort zone, learning new skills?
Yeah.
Is it or not? Like, I cannot answer that for you.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Why is worth it? Why?
Yeah, because, I mean, of course, in the end, if I make it, then, yeah, that's mission accomplished, yeah.
But why is it important to you? Why is worth it for you to just put yourself in an uncomfortable situation to become the father you want to be, to build the family you want to be? Why is worth it?
Yeah, so that I can provide for my family eventually, and it's worth going through that struggle, knowing that I can do that in the end. Yeah.
Are you sure? You don't sound too sure to me.
No, yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, so if it's worth it, if you know you can do it, and if we know we're talking about something that is feasible, what do you feel you need to do today to put yourself in the best position possible to become that father and to have that family you want to build? What do you feel we got to do?
Yeah, just to do it.
There's two types of people in this world, Brian. There's people that constantly feed the pattern of what if I fail? And there's people that constantly feed the pattern of I'm going to make it work. So which pattern do you feel is going to get you there? What if it doesn't work, or I'm going to make it work?
Yeah, I'm going to make it work, yeah.
And if you're willing to make it work, I'm here for you to hold your hand along the journey to make sure it happens. But I cannot bet on you if you're not willing to bet on yourself, brother. Are you willing to bet on yourself?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm right at your corner. I won't let you down.
Cool. Okay. That makes sense. And then you would obviously get the confirmation, and it's like, so how do you want to go from here?
Yeah, you say, okay, so cool. So from here, you say, yes, I'm willing to bet on myself. Yeah, bro. So then I'm right at your corner. I'm not going to let you down. You good? Good.
Mhm.
How are you feeling? Feeling good. Awesome. So from here, the only thing is covering the enrollment process. Should we go through there? Should we go through it, or you have any other questions? Yeah, let's cover it. So we do it here on Zoom with me always to make sure that, technology doesn't get in the way. Number one, I send you an invoice, you pay the invoice. Number two, I give you your logins. Number three, I set you up for your onboarding call so that you can start right away. Okay? Okay, awesome. Give me your address. I'll send you the invoice.
Okay, yeah, that's really good. Yeah,
It's certainty, bro. It's certainty.
Yeah, it's just the energy you give, because I feel like I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say, and then I'm losing the way that I'm coming.
Yeah. When you lose yourself in the words, forget about the words and go from soul to soul.
Yeah.
From soul to soul. Speak to their eyes, to the soul. John, hey, again, steal this line that I have. Hey, John, I understand. I totally understand. And you know what? Maybe you might be right. Maybe this is too big of a jump for you. Maybe you're right. But based on what you've told me, I don't believe that the best thing for you now is to do nothing. Otherwise, we're just feeding a pattern of delay, a pattern of staying in the comfort zone. Would you agree? Yeah. So I don't care if you do the jump or if you do one step, but I'm not going to vote or vouch for you doing nothing and giving up on your vision. Would that be okay? Would that be okay if I do that? Yeah. Okay. It's just like there's no script there. It's my soul to soul. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna let you down. I don't believe that you should do nothing right now. If you're a 10 out of 10 in the temp check, and I genuinely believe that you can be successful at this. Just it's not no scripts. It's just like, dude, can we help this guy? Can this guy change his life by learning this skill? Dude, then don't give up on the guy. Don't give up on the guy. Dude, I'm not gonna give up on you, brother. I know that what we have here can transform your life. Well, and I'm not gonna give up on you. If you want to give up on yourself, do it. That's fine. You know what to do. Just hang up the Zoom call. Of course, don't say that. That's too condescending. But do you know what I mean? It's just like when you don't find the words, leverage your where. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from when you are communicating? Are you coming from a place of love, leadership, compassion? I understand you, but I am a leader. I'm not going to give up on you.
Okay.
And the right words will flow. If you come from the right place, it will flow. Okay, so that's kind of like a little trick. If you're confusing the words, go to your soul. That's it. But then practice in private.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have any specific suggestion, because I've been doing this. Like I've actually been trying to role play with, but then it's a bit like I'm thinking, and then I'm saying, and it's like two people at the same time. I'm just like, I don't know if. Because my suggestion was like, I mean, the closers we've got. I mean, why don't we have like a huddle? I don't know, like just us, just role playing. Because I feel like sometimes when we're going to the calls, it's like, oh, I hope I don't get this objection, or I hope you know what I mean. So I feel like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I know we're doing all the pipelining work, and that's great. But sometimes I reach out to Frank and go, Frank, do you want to role play, bro? Because I mean, it's like I feel like I need to warm up before the game.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And dude, ask me this. We'll do it in the daily sales meetings. We'll do it. We'll just drill. In fact, let's fucking do it today. Let's drill today. Let's just role play.
Yeah, it's just that, because I feel like the information is there, but when you say it and how you say it and how you come across is all different things. Yeah. So, and then it's like, and then of course Tom is busy, and then Frank is busy, and I'm trying to get my sister to do it with me, just laughing at me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" This sounds so weird. Yeah,
I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you. If you need to role play, I can always role play with you. So use me in that sense, and we'll role play today as well. Yeah. Okay. Once you get the concept, just practice. And again, I'm here. Guido is here. Message us if we're available. I'll hop on 100%. That's what I'm here for, dude.
Yeah, I will do. I'm definitely gonna rewatch this like over and over, because I feel like there's so much here, and I'm gonna watch this over and over just so that I can.
But it's the energy, okay? Remember, when someone is fearful, I gotta think about it. Psychologically, at an emotional level, all they're saying is, I am uncertain. I am uncertain. I lack certainty. I lack clarity. Please, can someone give me more of that? I need someone to give me certainty and clarity. So it has a lot to do with energy. It has a lot to do with like, hey, Sally, that's okay. You're good. No worries. Fine.
the think about it, right? It's more, is it big? Is it because it's a big decision, or is you just couldn't afford it? And if they say big decision, then you would use okay, blah, like process 100%. But the only thing that's keeping you back is like knowing that you couldn't fail, possibly, or
Yeah.
right?
Or the fact that this is a big decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the right reframe for that? Because I feel like there's few reframes that you can use for that. Or...
Oh, use the good. Use the fear is good.
Right.
That's one of my biggest one. Like the fact that it's a big decision, just like maybe a little bit of nerves, something like that, possibly. Yeah. Okay, no worries. Like, first of all, Ryan, that is totally normal. Okay. That is totally normal, dude. Like that's every time you level up, that's going to happen. Okay. Every time you level up. In fact, I will feel skeptical if you wouldn't feel any sort of emotion. That means you don't really care. Now, what's really going on and what really helping me out is understanding that is good. Feeling that way is good. Now I'm in my frame. Because that means, because without that, there is no discomfort zone. Without that feeling, there's no discomfort zone. Without that, you're still in your little cocoon. Yeah. And you know what happens if you stay there. You've been there for the last 3 months. Right? So it's literally in the reframe playbook. Yeah. And you know what happens when you get there. So the question is blah, blah, blah. There's one, right?